So what's good, TMG fam? It's your boy L, and I'm back with another reaction. How y'all feel? Welcome back to the channel. Salute, man. And then continuing with my fascination with Africa, we got more. So this video here is what a camera captures in Africa shock the world. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Thumbnail straight up got me. So I'm like, all right. Maybe I didn't get everything I wanted to see in that first video. What else? Is there more? Give me more. All right, I told y'all, definitely a sought out destination for me once things calm down out here. You know what I mean? And it don't look like things is calming down. So me and Queen is like two kids. Like, you trying to tell them to sit still, but you know the kids that can't sit still? You know what I'm saying? That's how we are right now. We know we need to just, I'm like, man, but you don't really want to be traveling like over in certain, just me right now. I mean, everybody else might be like, man, we still doing our thing. That's cool, that's you. I'm gonna wait. So, but anyway, we're gonna check this video out. So if you're new to the channel, man, hit that subscribe button. Join the fam, and here we go.
Africa is a place full of all sorts of amazing things, some terrifying, some mysterious, but all of them interesting. From the continent slowly splitting into halves,
like these spiral shapes that hypnotize conspiracy theorists,
to otherworldly plant and animal incubators found at one spot in the entire world. Here are 15 mysterious things in Africa caught on tape. Number 15. Africa splitting in two. If you think the world isn't constantly changing, this little bit of evidence should change your mind. Even the giant land masses, for which we all live, called continents, aren't safe from the ever-shifting sands of time. This fact was made very clear when this enormous crack emerged in Africa.
Now this is one part of I don't need to go see. I'll take y'all word for it. I don't need to go see this part.
And has seen a further separation every year since.
Wow.
The large crack, stretching several miles, was first spotted in southwestern Kenya. The tear, as locals and scientists have begun to call it, continues to grow and was the chief reason for the Nairobi-Narok highway collapse. When the rip first arrived, scientists associated its occurrence to tectonic activity along the East African Rift. Now geologists suggest that this feature is most likely an erosional gully. As usual, more questions remain than have been answered as to why it formed in the location that it.
And you seen them with all the dirt trying to fill it in, like, that's gonna take more dirt than probably you can get a hold of for that to even begin to try to fill that in. And then he said that goes on for as far as you could see. So I don't know, man. I don't know. What do you do in this situation? Do you try to fill it?
It did, and whether its sudden emergence is at all connected to the simultaneously ongoing East African Rift. For
what's the name? Driving over that is messing with my anxiety. Y'all seen it? Y'all seen the track there? Or whatever you call it, bulldozer or whatever. Y'all see it driving over it? It's messing with my anxiety.
Emergence is at all connected to the simultaneously ongoing East African Rift. For now, the crack is assumed to be the result of the erosion of soft soils and filling an old rift-related fault. You want to know a little secret? If you smash the like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell, you'll have superpowers for the rest of your life. So what are you waiting for? Time to fly. Number 14. High-speed hippo chase. When the largest human killer animal in Africa takes an interest in your tiny tourist boat, you better hope it never catches up. Even with that little motor, the hippo stands a chance if it decides to give chase, as is clearly evident with the footage. These mighty and dangerous beasts are extremely protective of their family groups, another point made evident here. They're so defensive that they even go as far to challenge crocodiles that wander too close to their territory, which a croc will often do when young hippos are present. Another matter of extreme defense for the hippo family. Even the ferocious reptile better watch itself around a hippo. It could crush that reptile as easy as the tin can tourist boat with ease. That's just its weight. Then of course, there's all that jaw strength that allows them to eat things like watermelons whole by smashing them in a single bite like a candy gusher. There will be no doubt that the hippo, here, is chasing the boat. While it made for an amazing video after the fact, in the moment must have been terrifying. It's not often you get to see a hippo performing such dexterous maneuvers, so soak it all in. It does a fair job with catching up with the vessel. Though the hippo's actual intent remains a mystery, the amount of energy it exerted to give chase was undoubtedly out of the ordinary, and animals don't expect that much energy.
Yo, that hippo is moving, ain't he? Yo, that hippo is moving, fam. Sorry, it just made me laugh.
Energy for no reason. Either way, the world received some amazing footage in the process. Number 13. Mosque of Djenne. The Mosque of Djenne is no ordinary mosque. The World Heritage Site gives testament to the infinite genius that humans possess, even as far back as ancient times. Like hundreds of other buildings in the city of Djenne, the Great Mosque was constructed of mud. Built in 1907, it stands apart from many of the other mud buildings around, but the town's mud architecture dates back to the 14th century. To construct the buildings, masons packed mud and straw into bricks, dried them in the sun, and stacked them to form walls. Once the walls were built, a thick layer of mud was plastered on top for a smooth finish and stronger stability. Though the buildings are sturdy and often extensive, the Great Mosque is unique in that it can house 3,000 people. The buildings, however strong, are vulnerable to the elements, specifically rain, humidity, and rapid temperature changes causing hardening cracks and erosion in the walls. The mud masons would regularly form groups to go out and repair the mosque to prevent it from falling apart. With proper maintenance, they remain a marvel. Number 12. Baboon break-in. All monkeys are agile, so if you live in an area where they tend to live and roam, it's best to keep your windows closed. Need a reason? Then check out this baboon making the long stretch and succeeding in getting into the house, where it probably continued to create chaos and a big old mess. While you think this might seem cool, if you know anything about baboons, you know exactly how uncool this scenario would be. Baboons are extremely dangerous, powerful, and aggressive creatures. If it broke into the home and anyone was home, it could have easily, severely injured them, or worse. The people unfortunate enough to live in this house said that when they entered it, it was total carnage everywhere. The people living in the home did their best to scare the beasts off, but once a few of them got together, there was little they could do but watch from behind closed doors and record the whole thing for the world to see. Number 11.
So if you're home, like, how do you combat that? What do you run into a closet? What do you, I mean, I know you need to get out of there, but if they're, you know what I'm saying, restricting your way of getting out, exiting, what do? You run it. See, this is information we need to know, bro, because we've all been out of town or somewhere and you see the animals come up and you thinking, oh, how nice, how sweet. But in this situation, it's not nice. So you need to know what to do.
Huge statue. The 2010 dedicated Renaissance monument in Africa is a soaring piece of severe Stalinist masculinity that was said to be constructed in an effort to celebrate the achievements of the African people, but will likely be better remembered for the corruption and unpopular schemes that resulted in its construction. The monument, which can be seen sitting atop a hill surrounded by a stark contrast of poverty conditions around it, display a man, woman, and child who are presumably meant to be African, yet look remarkably similar to chiseled Soviet caricatures. The statue wouldn't have made such an impact were not for its sheer size, measuring in at over 160 feet tall, or a little more than half the height of the Statue of Liberty. This makes it the tallest statue in Africa and one of the most expensive, which is where the controversy comes in. Couldn't it have been better used elsewhere when many people used aid and not a giant statue to walk by every day? The controversy continues on to this day, bringing up old wounds in a population that would rather heal and forget about them. Now they have a
What y'all think about that? I mean, it makes sense.
Permanent reminder of the corruption and greed that led to its building in the first place. Number 10. Hyena whisperer. Wild animals, especially meat-eating predators, can be ferocious beasts of Mother Nature. Hyenas, for example. This footage might change your mind about how the wild can be tamed. Hint, not with chains and whips. The hyena whisperers of Africa are testament to this, who have made numerous videos of themselves taking tourists out into the dead of night, where they eventually get surrounded by hyenas to feed them. It's not the type of feeding you might expect from this scenario, but an on-purpose feeding. Equipped with a large bag of raw meat, these hyena whisperers are truly something. The guides even toy with the hyenas by putting the bait at the end of a short stick in his mouth, forcing the hyena just inches away from the man's face. One quick snap to the side and that hyena could have taken that man's face off. Yet it doesn't. It takes the meat and steps back in line with the safety of the other hungry.
I don't like this. I don't know. This ain't part of the tour that I want either. That's two things: the crack and the continent, and seeing the hyenas. I'm good, bro. Cause they're being. I feel like they're deceivable. They being nice right now because they don't want to get you. But let's say they walk up and they feeling like today I feel like snatching your neck up. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like going a different route. What's stopping them? You saying, hey, it's me? Hey, man, it's me. They don't care.
Hungry hyenas. While standing in the middle of a pack of any hungry wild animal sounds nightmarish, that's exactly the time these tour guides are looking for.
Bro, he got them chained up and a muzzle on them.
Let's just be glad some people brought along cameras to capture the whole thing for the rest of the world to see. The hyenas, whisperers say that they can be tamed and treated much like dogs, albeit with a much more powerful bite and ferocious appetite that needs satiated. If those wild beasts aren't fed properly, they sure as heck won't be behaving in that manner for very long. Number 9.
And who wants to chance that? Not me.
Sudan pyramids. Starting at around 2500 BC, Sudan's ancient Nubian civilization left behind more than 200 pyramids that rise out of the desert. Across 3 major archaeological sites, El Karu, Jebel Barkal, and Meroe, in addition to temples, tombs, and royal burial chambers, are numerous mysteries that remain hidden beneath sand and rubble. Even though it was far smaller than the more well-known Egyptian pyramids of Giza, the Nubian pyramids are just as magnificent and culturally important. The best part of all is that these tours are often crowd-free on account of its elusivity from the popular eye. The magnificent city was built of lavish sandstone and granite. The steeply sloping pyramids contain dazzling worship spots and burial chambers adorned with illustrations, inscriptions, and old scripts celebrating the rulers' lives. This was a wealthy city situated on the Nile and the seat of power of Kush, an ancient kingdom and rival to Egypt. This once bustling hub of society now deals with sandstorms and shifting sand dunes. This phenomenon is nothing new, and archaeologists are prepared for its disappearance back underground. Number 8. Giant groundsels. Standing as the tallest mountain in Africa, Mount Kilimanjaro is astounding. As a freestanding mountain whose climate zones become progressively less like the Earth-level landscape and more like otherworldly the further you ascend, the famed mountain is especially remarkable for its incubator of isolated, mutated, and rare species found almost nowhere else on the planet. It's like leaving planet Earth for another world. The groundsel is a plant that could easily be described as alien. A cross between a cactus and a pineapple, the plants are bizarre indeed. They can only be found at about 14,000 feet, making it a testament to the unique landscape that the mountain provides for different life forms. You truly have to see the stuff here to believe it. To really put things into perspective, a common sea-level groundsel is nothing but a weed that often gets plucked from gardens or stepped on by children playing in fields. With this in mind, the giant groundsels found on Mount Kilimanjaro are nothing more than giant alien weeds.
They definitely look like if they grew like food or fruit or something. I wouldn't trust it. It looks crazy, trippy almost. I definitely want to go there, but I definitely wouldn't ingest anything from there.
Just goes to show that a so-called weed is nothing more than a plant that a person subjectively doesn't want. Little weeds are a burden. Big weeds are okay, I guess. Number 7. Gigantic lava lake. The amazing Nyiragongo volcano presents quite a unique combination of traits for volcanologists to get their hands on. Investigations of this geological marvel keep geologists rather busy, as it has for 100 or so years. While the volume of its lava lake varies from time to time during the year, the average amount of molten rock it's been said to contain makes it the largest regularly maintained lava lake in the world. Who knew there would even be such things in lava lakes? The lava produced by this active volcano has been extremely fluid in its consistency, offering scientists a rare opportunity to study the material and process. This is because it contains an unusually high concentration of alkali-rich volcanic rock. The pathway also possesses a relatively steep slope, making it for quite the dangerous one at that. Combined with the thinner fluid of consistency of its lava and its proximity to populated areas, this is one of the most cherished and dangerous volcanoes at the same time. Makes for quite an ethical issue when it comes to studying the lava sometimes and whether it's worth the risk. Number 6. Gedi Ruins. These incredible ruins are one of Kenya's greatest mysteries, among many mysteries. Located in a tranquil location on the Indian Ocean and buried deep within a lush and fertile forest, the town was believed to have been founded in the early 13th century. However, hard evidence to point experts in one way or another eludes human efforts. What really has researchers' heads spinning is the once thriving, well-established town's mysterious abandonment. Left standing in impeccable shape, even today, are numerous coral brick houses, a palace, and even an impressive place of worship. It isn't just the mystery and magic of the ruins that amazes tourists, but the advanced nature of the ancient society. Whenever ancients display a better understanding for some aspect of the world we don't even understand today, it's always a human tourist attractor. Gedi was in many ways a...
It remind me of that scene from it was Kickboxer with Jean-Claude Van Damme. It reminded me of that when he would go to the ruins and train and hear all the different things that took place in his mind. Like, that's what this reminds me of.
Very advanced city equipped with streets, running water, and even flushing toilets. This city corrects the assumption that Africa was far behind the rest of the world before colonialism. It was an urban setting, and archaeologists have found Ming Chinese vases, Venetian glass, and other artifacts from all over the world. This is clear evidence that the Muslim inhabitants of the coastal Kenyan town traded heavily with cultures outside their own and developed an incredible world that's now been deeply decomposed by tropical forests. Once again, history is changed by the finding of a significant archaeological discovery. Number 5. Jungle Palace. In the 1970s, then President Mobutu Sese Seko, leader of what was then Zaire, spent 100 million ZAR constructing a luxurious palace complex all for himself.
I thought that was a theme park, fam. The aerial view made it look like a theme park.
At the village where his family originated. It can be found deep in the middle of the rainforest, more than 600 miles from the capital. The president's personal remote getaway retreat came equipped with many amenities, including a vast swimming pool, a gold-topped fence, and close by was an international airport large enough for a 737 to land. Eventually, as you might have guessed, Mobutu was driven from power in the year 1997, and the complex was ransacked and renamed the Democratic Republic of Congo. The village wasn't even marked on maps before Mobutu became president, and that's how people wanted it at the time. Or at least, they didn't want to be on the map for the reason that their president forced them to be. Seen as the next place for prosperity, once the rebellion occurred and succeeded, the once little village of 1,500 residents went down with it too. Corruption can hurt not only the corrupter, but all the people beneath them for whom they use. Number 4. Karu Spirals. The amazing Karu geoglyphs, otherwise known as Karu Spirals, are an initiative of predetermined land art projects. An organization aims to work in cohesion with the environment and is set to involve the local communities, creating distinctive land art that promotes awareness of the environment and social issues, and means something to the people around it, so they'll be encouraged to take care of it as well. Site-specific, as the initiative has been dubbed, aims to be the so-called snake-eagle thinking path to draw attention to many little-known species under threat as a result of plans for fracking in the already water-stressed Karu. The designs have been inspired by ancient geoglyphs like the Nazca lines found in Peru. The snake-eagle thinking path is clearly visible from the sky, so bring your helicopter with you on your journey. Or if not, sign up for the tour. The path itself forms the shape of the animal, all the while getting to observe nature all around you. Number 3. Desert kayaks. Ever hear the phrase, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade? That phrase can be used for many things, and countered in many ways, but it's clearly applicable here. When there's no water, make fun in the sand, and that's exactly what's going on here with this amazing sand kayaking. You've got to admit, that looks like a blast. Even Red Bull got in on the action to film some wild and of course extreme videos, professional enjoying their time with the sport. In fact, they got high-talented kayaker Eric Walter to pull off the stunt, and boy does he nail it, despite never having kayaked sand dunes before. He said later it wasn't much different, save for the way the paddle hit the sand and all the gritty sand that flies into your mouth. On that count, he preferred the water over the sand, but doesn't discount how fun the stunt was. As it turns out, you can go super fast on sand dunes, as the famed kayakers clearly put on display here. This, of course,
Yo, that would be me right there, like stuck. Yo, that would be me.
Fast on sand dunes, as the famed kayakers clearly put on display here. This, of course, comes shortly after snowboard, or snowboarding, was recently attempted and showed just as stat-altering mechanics as this one. Perhaps this will be the newest extreme sport coming up soon. Number 2. Cursed monolith. When it comes to ruins, treasure, and tombs, curses is often the word you might hear brought up. Though most dismiss curses as fairy tales, others can't deny the odd circumstances that befall teams supposedly cursed. Whether it was an accident or a curse, all we have to go by is the magnificent, sometimes horrifying tales that speak of them. A metal structure that mysteriously appeared on a roundabout in the Democratic Republic of Congo recently has many locals spooked. So much so that the object has been destroyed over fears about its origins. The local mayor at the time told the media that he had sent some of that material to be tested by scientists to find out about its origins, and then denied an accusation that he was responsible for the mysterious monolith's appearance. To this date, the monolith remains a mystery. The monolith is the latest of occurrences in a puzzling international mystery.
So how does something like that huge, get there and nobody see it set up? Like nobody has a clue? Come on, somebody knows something.
That has thus far reached more than 10 countries, baffling locals and authorities alike, and fueling conspiracy theory about who or what is responsible. Number 1. Richat structure. In the middle of the arid Sahara Desert lies a 30-mile geological anomaly so large that it can even be observed from
Look at that. It looks straight up like an eye right there.
Lies a 30-mile geological anomaly so large.
All it needs to do is just blink one time and I'll never go there. I'll never go anywhere near there. Let it just blink one time.
That it can even be observed from space. Officially named the Richat structure, the bizarre structure is often referred to as the Eye of the Sahara. From a satellite point of view, this natural occurrence shapes an unmistakable bull's-eye target that many humans should recognize. Early astronauts once passed over the Sahara, and the bull's-eye design helped provide a sense of direction for those astronauts when observing the Earth from such a great distance. Long ago, the site was mistaken as an impact crater due to its outward push and circular design. The unusual formation is widely believed to have been caused by erosion of the geological dome, or the layer of crust spanning above a larger crater beneath that is now cracked open. The dome was initially formed by pressure from the bubbling molten magma that flows like blood through the Earth, but eventually popped at this location millions of years ago. The desert bubble then blistered, like one skin might, until it popped open, leaving the surrounding landscape flat again, but not without pot scars and scattered geological evidence that scientists sprayed all over the place. The natural occurrence is the result of a millennia of this natural reaction occurring right beneath the ground. Scientists say it's only a matter of time before it happens again, which could prove to the first ever instance of this observed in human history. Africa is a land of great mystery and historical relevance. There's much to be learned, gained, and understood, but that journey of discovery should be an exciting notion. As technology and understanding of the ancient and natural world become more widespread, so too will the puzzle begin to assemble and reveal the larger picture. There are so many gears turning, so many forces at play, we have yet to understand that the thought of magic shouldn't be that unconceivable. Even as testament to some of the civilizations on this list today, they excelled in areas where we'll struggle today. What will the ancient sites of Africa and all over the world reveal and tell about our future? Only time will tell. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to get all our content delivered right to your inbox.
Yeah. So I got more reasons out of a few that make me go, all right, hesitant, like the whole continent splitting or whatever. I got the baboon / monkey problem. I got the what else? Oh yeah, the hyenas. Yeah, like that. I'm staying away from that type of stuff. But the kayak, that might be the only way I can go kayaking, bro. I ain't getting in the water with no possible gators and stuff and then talking about going kayaking. Nah, no. But listen, man, hopefully this gave you some more insight to different things that you might have wanted to know about Africa, man. You know what I mean? That's why we check these out. All of it is fascinating. So I like to learn and learn about places before I go or check them out. So this stuff be super intriguing to me. I hope it is for y'all. So get at me in the comment section, man. Let me know what you think, and stick around and stay tuned. Till the next one, I'm gone. Peace.